We still got a couple of minutes here. I guess a minute before we officially are kicking off. It's about 7:29. We're going to give folks an opportunity to jump on with us.
Hey.
So just going to give you a few things if you go back and you're watching this, or if you are watching it live. But I'm talking to the people who are watching it later.
Yeah.
So people will be jumping on here in a second. But a couple of spoilers will be showing up in this thing. So
if you don't want it,
if you don't want spoilers,
don't watch right now.
You do not want to be watching. So, So before we jump into stuff, give folks a chance to hop on this evening with us. So we're giving it a few minutes before we dive into anything too big or too deep. And what's up? Take a hike with Jim.
Hey, what's up?
In the house, Stan the man. Got some folks jumping on here. Jim, thanks for changing your live stream time
that's cool.
to accommodate for us. So we appreciate that, man. But I said the very beginning when I first hopped on, there will be some spoilers tonight. So if you don't want spoilers yet and you want to wait for the last few episodes to roll out, and you want to watch this later, you may not want to watch this live. So we will be jumping into quite a few spoilers for the evening. So don't watch it if you don't want the spoilers. But we're going to do a couple things. I'm going to give you a little outline of tonight's live stream so you know what we're going to be discussing, so you can kind of plan and prepare for it. We're going to start out with some statistics of just some things from our journey, and those will be full of spoilers as well. So if you don't want the spoiler and you want to watch this play out for the next few days through Friday, and go back and watch this on Saturday. Great.
Kicking it off with spoilers.
Give you some stats. We're going to look back on our goals that we set for ourselves and how well we did at accomplishing those. The beard, of course the beard's still here. So we're going to look at our goals, and then we're going to go into some question and answers. So if you have questions, you may want to go and pop those in. Sweets is going to be keeping track. We already have some that people have sent in to us that we're going to be answering. But if you have questions, pop them in there. We'll scroll back through and make sure we can answer any questions you have. And then at the very end, we're going to give you what's next for Coates Adventures. We promised you a while back some fun announcements we're going to be making. So just some things that are ahead for us for what's next for Coates Adventures. Yeah. So that'll be at the very end for us. So going to give you some stats to kick off. Again, if you don't want the spoilers, I'm starting out with a big spoiler right out of the gate. So you may want to tune out right now if you don't want spoilers. But our first spoiler is we summited Katahdin. That's right, we did it. We summited Katahdin July 10th at 10:04 a.m. We hit Mount Katahdin. So that's our first stat. We did the 100-mile wilderness in under 96 hours. So it was officially in 5 different calendar days, but we did it in a 96-hour window of time. We finished all that in 139 days. We took 8 0 days, and the majority... You're shaking my camera here, Sweets. We did the majority of those 0 days in the last 2 states. So I think we only had like four zeros before New England, and then we had 4 zeros in New England. So a lot of those zeros came at the end. We averaged around 16 miles a day, including those zeros. Here's some stats for you to maybe, we get asked this a lot, but we slept in a tent 25 times total. I carried that tent the whole way for us to sleep 139 days, and we slept in it 25 times. We slept in a shelter 48 times. And then we slept in a building, whether that was a home, a hotel, a hostel. We slept in some kind of building 66 times. Our highest official trail mileage day was a 26.2 marathon day. So we actually did that twice. We did a marathon, but we did
off-trail
miles.
Road walking,
including those days. So they were definitely longer. So only 25 times officially in tent. We liked staying in shelters. We would get to shelters early, and we were early in the season. So a lot of times we were the only people in shelters. And there wasn't a whole lot of mice at that point, but once mosquitoes came out, we wanted to be in the tent. So, and we were just very fortunate, very blessed by a lot of trail angels who hosted us many times and things like that. So Yeah, 66 times in some kind of building, home, hostel, or hotel. And then here's one, we get asked this a lot too, is how much have we slack packed? And I'm here to officially say we never caught up to Stan the Man.
Nope, it was impossible.
We gave our best effort to
Couldn't do
catch
it.
Stan the Man, but we did a total slack packing of 469.3 miles of slack packing. And then our total miles with mustard seed, we were kind of blown away by this as we really started processing it toward the end of our trail, is that we hiked over a quarter of the trail with mustard seed. We did 597.6 miles with mustard seed, which was an awesome ending with her.
Yeah.
Total weight loss. So for me, my total weight loss was 75 pounds. 75 pounds total for me.
Almost a whole mustard.
Yeah, that's right. I almost lost mustard seed. I started at 280 pounds and got down to 205. So I'm working hard now to not pack some of that weight back on that we've been off for a few days. And I'm about to start doing some running.
But we're at his in-laws' house right now.
Yeah.
So it's hard to do right now.
Yeah, we're in New Jersey at the current moment with Sweets' parents. And they do a good job of cooking, so it makes it hard. But about to start doing some running to keep that weight off. Sweets lost a total of about 15 pounds on trail. That kind of fluctuated a little bit up and down throughout the trail, but on average, she's been...
And that was early on and then stayed about the same.
Yeah, she stayed pretty much consistent at that. Really dialed in the calorie intake. I lost my first 60 pretty quickly within the first quarter of the trail, and then the other 15 pounds came off over the other 3/4 of the trail. So we really figured out our calorie intake. And then we did, total weight loss for mustard seed lost about 2 to 3 pounds total for her. I think she gained a whole lot of muscle and along the way, because she really, you could tell the strength she had there toward the end, gained the muscle, and then lost the little bit of weight she had somewhere to lose in there, those 2 to 3 pounds total. And mustard seed probably jumping on. She can correct that if I'm incorrect, but I'm pretty sure that was the last numbers we did hear from her. And then our starting pack weights. So my pack weight with four days of food and water. We always carried 2 liters of water. So with 2 liters of water plus 4 days of food, my starting pack weight was 48 pounds. And at the end, got that down to 37 pounds. You're shaking me again here.
Sorry.
And then Sweets' starting pack weight with 4 days of food and 2 liters of water was 36 pounds. But at the end, she got that down to 29 pounds. So, yeah, definitely big changes. We made gear adjustments along the way. So, yeah, that's some of our stats for us on the trail. So, again, spoiler, we finished and got to Katahdin. We did that on Friday. And we are currently in New Jersey right now with Sweets' family. Came to visit them for a little bit. Along the way, it's on the way down, so we're like, let's spend some time with them and catch up and share a little bit about our journey with them.
Yeah.
So we're here in New Jersey, and we're gonna be here for several, at least together, Sweets and I, for probably at least another several days, if not a week or so. And then I'm gonna stay here and kind of help them with some stuff up here in New Jersey. And Sweets will be heading back to Louisiana, but both of us will be back in Louisiana 1st of August, heading back to LA, the real LA, Louisiana, where the good food is. Heading back down south, where it's nice and hot right now.
Cool.
But yeah, go ahead. I mentioned earlier, drop some questions in. If you have questions, we'll get to those here in just a second. But we wanted to do we've already got some that have coming through that we'll get to answering here in a little bit. We wanted to roll through our goals that we've set out. We set out 10 goals at the very beginning that we wanted to come back and evaluate how well we did at the end of this now and see if we hit those goals and accomplished them. And so, Sweets, if you want to go through and read what our goals were, we'll walk through those with you and let you know what that...
So the big one, finish the trail. That's the big goal.
That was a big one, is to get to Katahdin. And it took us 139 days to do it. And it was a a wild 139 days, starting at -7 degree wind chill temperatures, and ending with 100 and something degree heat indexes to a rainy day for our final day. But got there.
Yeah.
139 days. I will go and say I'll probably answer this in the Q&A time if for more discussion. But the only thing that we consider lacking is the Bigelows, and I'm looking at what does that look like to go back and us get the Bigelows. At least for me, the plan's for me to go back at least and check that off. Not sure if Sweets is going to go back or not and check that piece off. Being my dream, she helped me. Her goal was to help me accomplish this thing.
Yeah.
So she was with me for it. But for me, I'll probably go back at some point trying to figure out logistics on that to get back and accomplish the Bigelows. The other pieces we missed were for other reroutes or having to take some kind of detour, whether from weather or from ATC detours. So that's the only piece of that. So the first goal of like accomplishing it, we consider it to have given our best effort accomplishing, and going to go try to get that last little bit of checking off. So number one, what do you got? Number two, what was our number two?
Finish in 120 days.
So that was we set out with the goal to hit 120 days on this thing. And we knew that'd be pretty fast and very ambitious. And we ended up finishing at 139 days. 8 of those being zeros. We didn't plan for near that many zeros. We expected probably around 3 to 4 zeros. And we end up taking 8.
Changed.
And then we had quite a few Nero days in there too, where we hiked 3 to 10 miles, somewhere in there. I don't remember the exact number,
instead
but
of averaging 18, like just over 18, we were just under 16.
Under 16 total for the whole trail. So
overall,
139 days, a little over 4.5 months versus 4 months, which was our goal. But we definitely want to be under the 5-month window, and so that we felt like we were still in the good range if we beat the 5-month goal. So 120 days didn't quite get there, but 139 we'll take it.
So next was to improve our fitness to get trail fit.
Yeah, and for me it was kind of I set out to do I wanted a physical reset, and so losing 75 pounds definitely helped with that, and to help get my physical body just in shape again. The big days, big miles was definitely a big help in doing that, and we feel like we're in pretty good condition. And I'm actually going to jump into, I'm going to start training for a 100K race sometime in late fall, is when I'm planning to run that sometime in the fall, early winter time. So we're going to jump straight into some training for that 100K race. And so for me, I feel like it really helped give a good boost on the fitness level and feel good.
Yeah, and I mean, I felt good too. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to handle the pack and all that. So preparing, I felt good going in, and man, I thought I've never tested a through hike. You know, I've only been backpacking like 2 to 3 days 2 times.
Yeah.
So that went very well.
Yeah.
I managed my heavy pack and all that. The next one, improve our build mental toughness.
Build mental toughness. Yeah, that one was probably like, it felt like we didn't face the mental challenge until the very end.
Yeah.
The whites really, they hit hard on us.
Yeah.
The whites, and even into Maine.
Mentally, what we already built coming in, sustained us.
Yeah.
Like through,
Yes, we've been through a lot in our own journey over the past 15 years together of doing a lot of adventures, 16 years of doing adventures together. So mentally we felt pretty strong coming in, but it starts to wear on you, just time being out there. But then the whites really, it was a challenging section of the whites. And like I said, even into southern Maine.
They stood out very distinctly from the rest of the whole trail.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it got tough even simply because it was different.
Yeah.
So we weren't prepared for, not just prepared, we weren't exactly prepared for that because we didn't know quite what to expect.
Yeah, between weather and even injuries.
We weren't used to that either. It was a big shift in how we hiked,
hard
how long our
hiking,
days were.
how the different terrain, but also like I said, we started facing injuries in New Hampshire and Maine that we weren't used to. I hit my head several times on tree limbs. Both of us had leg issues. I hit my leg, punctured. I didn't puncture it, but like jabbed my leg with that root that was sticking out. It took about 5 days for it to get back to full strength again.
At one point, there was a tree that fell down over the trail, and stepping over slipped into one of the branches that was kind of like sticking out, and I thought it punctured, and I looked at Mustard Seed. I said, "Do I have a stick impaled in my leg? Please tell me it's not impaled in my leg."
Yeah.
And it wasn't, but it like made an indentation. It was like at least a full inch. That my leg was indented for hours. It was just like that, but so it hurt. But praise the Lord, it did not.
But like just all that combined made it very difficult there.
Yeah, it was just
at
tough.
the end for us. So mental wise, those last 2 states really were challenging. Number 5 there.
Experience the trail fully.
Yeah, we heard a lot that by going fast we wouldn't fully experience the trail, and we wanted to make sure that in our effort to move quickly that we didn't miss out on the trail fully.
That was something kind of every day we had in our minds, like don't just blow through this, enjoy it. And
we made so many great friends. We got to experience the trail community, from trail angels along the way to people in and out of hostels to other people hiking with us. The relationships. Mustard Seed joked about how I had everyone's cell phone number.
Yeah.
I felt like I was in touch with so many people who were hiking with us, both ahead of us and behind us.
Everyone would just become a friend.
Yeah.
Like, it's so neat because you're sharing, at least one big life goal together, so there was that community.
Yeah, I think we did well at that, like experiencing all the towns and the trail challenges. One thing we were worried about is, would we ever have like a trail family, Tramley, and just because there's already 2 of us, so it's a lot to add. So when Mustard Seed joined, it really felt like it brought a lot to our full experience.
And then we had several who we just clicked with.
Yeah.
We kept in contact since we connected with them.
Yeah.
Whether we saw some of them, we saw on and off on the trail, and others we really didn't see much at all, but we just stayed connected, and that was really
some hikers who we saw at the very beginning of the trail we stayed connected to, even though we never saw them again, and some we didn't meet until the very end, and it felt like we've been hiking with them the whole time.
So I'd say we're pleased with what we experienced, like the culture.
I feel like we fully experienced it.
Through hike. To master big adventure logistics, that's a different ball game.
Yeah, I'm not sure
if
we mastered it or not. It's hard to measure the mastering, but we feel like we did a really good job of managing logistics. We had an additional hurdle with all the Trail Angel support we had in working out, having to work weeks ahead at times with planning.
A much welcomed extra challenge.
Yeah, yes, it was definitely worth the work for that, but even thinking 2 and 3 weeks ahead is very
tough.
challenging. And then the other side of logistics is working out with the YouTube channel, being able to upload videos. We ended up going in and out of hostels more than we expected at the beginning. We thought once a week we'd probably pop into a hostel or hotel or something to be able to upload. And we realized pretty quickly it would need to be about every 3 to 4 days just to ensure that we would be able to get in and out with the uploading and just the time it would take, because some hostels don't have super fast internet, so it takes hours sometime for a single video to upload. So I think we did a good job though of mastering to at least the extent you can master logistics on trail.
Yeah.
All right.
Share the journey well through the adventure content.
I think this is something we really strive to do, is we wanted you guys to come along with us on the journey. To not just provide a journal of us, what we're feeling on trail, but for you guys to be able to walk with us and to see the trail as we see the trail. And you got to, I think, from what we've heard from many of you, with Sweets' ability to somehow record through challenging sections of trail. Even though many times you're having to stare at the back of my head or the back of Mustard Seed's Doritos, you got to see the trail and see the perspective of trail that a lot of people don't.
What was going on in my mind was, I'm thinking, I want to capture this for us and to share with people we know and love, but it really was like all you guys. Like I was thinking about you guys all day, every day. So I'm like, oh, I want them to see this because you'd give such great feedback on, oh, I saw sections of trail that I've watched so many other through hikers, you know, so many other vloggers, and they haven't captured that. Or I've been on it and I've only seen it in person because I've never got to see it on another video, or I've never even been there, so I've never seen this part of trail. So I was thinking like, I want to be able to share what we're seeing because it's so awesome. So I, you know, your feedback and encouragement to saying that you've been enjoying that and all that has really helped.
And thank you, Maze Man, for that super chat there. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Her filming, I've been blown away too. Like just editing it, I enjoyed going back and watching the videos myself as I'm editing, capturing what we did for the day.
Thank you.
Because of her filming, too, she did a good job.
I do not like video stuff. I don't like being. I enjoy being behind the camera some. I don't like being in front of the camera. I don't like talking on camera. I don't like anything like that. So it was a big adjustment. Like I thought that I would just be like hiding in the corner the whole time.
Yeah,
and then I became like the
a lot of the voice,
recorder
she did
and all that.
Primary
so
did
that
the
was
recording,
fun.
But then like talking to camera, way out of her comfort zone.
I would always
desire.
ask him like, so what do you want me to do? What should I say? You got to tell me what to do.
Some behind the
I don't know
scenes
what
here,
I'm doing.
She had to do 2 or 3 takes at times because most of the time she'd start into something and mustard seed and I'd be like, that's not right.
That was at the end when trail brain got real bad. It got
She'd
serious.
be like, we're about to climb 3,000 feet in about a quarter of a mile. We're like
no, 300.
300 feet in a quarter of a mile. Not 3,000, you know.
It was bad.
But she did a great job. Great job at that.
I tried. Okay, the next one.
Number 8.
Limit injuries and stay healthy.
Yeah, I think we did pretty good with that. Some of that you can't control. You can't control the injuries.
Most of my injuries started. It was off trail. Like the dog bit me. I closed my thumb in a door. Not like the whole thumb. It wasn't bad, but like my thumbnail kind of broke and stuff. I tripped up the steps. You guys got to see that because I was recording. But then, I mean, I fell otherwise like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
The whole time. And I didn't even really hurt myself. So, I mean, that was great.
Yeah.
Rolled ankles, like kind of mildly.
Pretty mild.
You know?
Yeah, early on, I kind of did a little tweak on the knee and wore a knee brace for it. And then ended up shifting to like full out knee braces about halfway through just for prevention over anything else, which really saved my knees. I'd encourage you, if you're hiking the trail and you have your knees struggle with knee stuff, just start out with some of those knee braces like I had on that are open over the kneecap, but give you support above and below the knee. They really saved my knees quite a bit and just gave the support going up and down for me. So like we stayed pretty healthy again until the whites, and then we were staring at our feet going up and climbing, and so I slammed my head a few times, 3 times on logs, and then the leg wound right before leg injury before the Bigelows. That took about, like I said, about 5 days to fully get strength, about 2 days to get some strength back where I could at least climb, but it took about 5 days before.
Yeah, it was still painful.
The pain started to ease up.
And all, yeah, he kind of powered through.
Just pushed through. Yeah, we were so close. We're like, just keep going, and it hurt, but that's
we were
part of it.
able to fuel how we needed. I mean, we got tired and stuff, but you know, safe that way and healthy that way. And sickness, we didn't get bad sick, like with his. You know, he had a couple days with his stomach bothering him and all that, but we didn't get noro, Lyme, like you know, flu, like anything terrible. So I mean, I attribute that to y'all's
poison
prayers.
ivy. You
poison
ivy.
I was really scared.
Yeah, you worried about that.
Poison ivy and Oak Sumac. Yeah, all that good stuff.
All right, number 9.
To encourage others on and off the trail. So that's all you watching at home and other friends and family and then other hikers and our angels and all that.
Yeah, we really worked hard to keep that at the forefront of our mind each day. We're not just vlogging this thing, but we want to be an encouragement for those of you at home, but also on trail with the people we meet. And sometimes I think it was surprising as we'd encounter other hikers. I think just that a lot of times you get in your own zone hiking, and we wanted to be something different. We wanted to encourage people to keep going. And although some of those people end up dropping, I think there were a few hikers that were ready to quit, and we tried to talk them off the ledge. And we at least got another couple 100 miles out of some of
Yeah.
them by encouraging them to keep going. And even those who are having to get off for whatever reasons, we try to still encourage them as well and be a support encouragement to them on and off trail. And I think we were able
And
to
Mustard
do that
did
well.
the same. That wasn't
Yeah.
even like her. I mean, I'm not going to speak for her on that not necessarily being a forefront goal for her, but she was an encouragement to others.
Yeah.
And people would tell her to her face. I heard them talking amongst each other that, you
Yeah.
know, her positivity and her drive was encouraging and inspiring. So that was cool
Yeah,
to
and
see her.
just her
do the
story
same.
alone, being an 18-year-old out there, was an encouragement to a lot of people to keep going. That
Yep.
if Mustard Seed can tough this out, I can tough this out.
And the girl didn't complain. Like
Yeah.
she was tough, you know, so that's
Yep.
very encouraging to other people.
And then our last one, which was very important to us.
To be true to who we are.
Yep. That what you see on trail or what you see on camera is what you're going to see on trail or what you're going to see back home. And I think those who know us well can see that what you saw on camera this whole time is us. It's who we are. And then when you meet us on trail, many of you who we've met on trail, whether as trail angels or just people we've bumped to along the way, that we hear thumbs up and sweets, and there'd be somebody who's been watching. And
Yeah.
I think you got to experience us off camera, that we're the same people. We want to be very true to that, both in our personalities and in our faith, that faith mattered to us too. And we want all those things to come out in our journey and not force any of it, but just be genuine and be real. And I hope you've been able to experience that and just know that's us. And so everything you've seen is who we are, and anything you'll see in the future, that's just who we are, that we're fun and silly and goofy, and we cut up and we have a good time, and Mustard Seed added to that. Like I think she really came through, that she loves life and she's a tough girl who loves her chips, you know.
Yeah.
No, but she's very genuine and very real, and she just added to that same culture of who we were. And I think that's why we fit so well for those almost 600 miles, is that she's very similar in that way.
Now, Greg Frick did say that we'd be positive and happy and like jolly and all that kind of good stuff on and off camera, but then we'd be like, you know, we'd just like rest and be done for the day.
Yeah.
Because we didn't always film when we're just like off.
Dying,
and done. And so he got to see that.
He got to see us at our worst too.
Yeah.
When we came off of Washington, he rescued us off of Washington.
Yeah.
And got to see us at the lowest of our lows.
Very hardest.
And we still had such a good time.
It was still fun
with them.
Yeah.
And really, they helped keep that joy going for us in
a
season that was very challenging.
Yeah.
But that's true who we are too. Is that like we can be exhausted too. We're a little bit older, you know. So hiking's tiring at the end of the day when you go through that kind of stuff. But so for the most part, 9 out of 10 of our goals we were able to accomplish on the journey. So 9 out of 10 is not too bad. And even the goal of the 120 we set out to do, still 139 days, not too shabby.
We're still happy with it.
So that's the goals. Now let's jump into some questions. I know I've seen some that have been popping up along the way that we definitely want to try to hit. That maybe we answered some of those as we were going through some of these things, but we want to go back and I want to make sure we don't miss any of those. So a few that we got sent in to us, I'll start with, and then we'll jump into some of the others here. Is what's a piece of gear that ended up being essential or just your favorite for you? So
my fanny pack.
Yeah.
I love my fanny pack.
Your sweet treat holder.
Yeah. Because like on and off trail, like that thing just basically lived on me.
Yeah.
You know, I had my wallet in it and stuff, so I could just walk around my phone and my wallet. So it was just very practical. But then maybe more important than my phone and my wallet was all my snacks.
I don't know how she was able to pack the amount of snacks she did in that fanny
And then
pack.
from the whites on, I had my Aleve in there. And I had my Neosporin and my eye drops. It just, everything was just in there. It was great. It was great.
I think for me, my most essential piece of gear would be either my knee straps that I wore, my knee braces, or what I've said from the beginning are my trekking poles.
That's what I was going to say.
I love my trekking poles. I was so dead set on keeping those at the very end. They actually broke on me in Maine.
Yep.
As we got to Maine, whether it was Washington or something, they broke, and I duct taped those things.
They broke, we broke.
We broke, they broke. And I tried a couple of different duct tape strategies to make them hold together to make it to the end. But they lasted all the way to the very end.
Yeah.
How many shoes did you use?
I think 4.
Both went through 4. I needed a 5th pair.
He did.
I should have, when we got to Maine, I should have had another pair ready to go somewhere in early Maine.
Video 139 you will see.
Yeah. Actually, no, it won't be till 140. I think that you'll see that.
Maybe so.
That you'll probably see.
Yeah, you're going to agree that he should have switched those out. But made it. And didn't have to get a new pair of shoes.
Yeah. I made it. And I should have had 5. But I was dead set again. Killington to Katahdin. I wanted those shoes to last. And they had holes and they were coming apart. And But they made it.
Yeah.
By the grace of God and some duct tape attempts and then flapping at the very end. Mustard Seed said, "I can see your foot flapping out of your shoe."
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So four pair, and they say 4 to 5 is pretty good for trail runners.
How many falls? So I don't know if Thumbs Up or Mustard Seed can count.
How
many times you've fallen?
She and I fell a lot.
Like every day.
Yeah, legit full out falls probably somewhere between 25 and 30, where it's like falling, hitting the ground. Slips where you somewhat catch yourself and maybe
like on something.
Yeah, catch something so you don't hit the ground. Probably add another 50 to 100 of those because it would be daily that there's some kind of trip that would happen. Trekking poles, that's why they saved both of us a lot. But yeah, I'd probably say 25 to 30 times that there were like falls that resulted in me on the ground, and probably 5 to 10 of those being like hit the ground, stay there for a second, and be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then stand back up. So
I think I fell 5 times.
Yeah, almost every day I would do some kind of fall.
I think it was 5.
Yeah, and half of yours weren't even while hiking. They were non-trail falls.
Yeah, that's true.
We had a question about budget. We're gonna do a separate video at some point walking through our budget. We had an expectation though. We were shooting for within the range of thinking it would probably be around $1,000 a month that we could figure for each one of us on trail total. Some of that got offset with our full expenses that I'll share.
Yeah.
With how that worked, both with YouTube and with just generosity from people who covered different things. And then gear, we figured we spent, I think we were somewhere around $2,500 between the two of us on gear. So, but I'll do a full breakdown of that on a whole nother video that'll talk through budget. But yeah, even with our expenses of like as many hostels as we end up staying in and things like that, still with the two of us, very feasible to maintain that level of budget. And it was under what we expected. So that was nice.
How many trees did you limbo? I don't think, okay, so I could count my falls. I cannot count my limbos.
Yeah.
I did.
I'll be honest.
Under a lot of trees.
There's a lot of them that didn't make the edit because I was like, I cannot put her singing 4 times in one video. The Limbo song.
I had fun. Got the squats in.
Another question we had was, what 2 to 3 segments are must-do sections?
Sorry. Yes, I will continue to limbo things off trail. Anyway, okay, go on.
2 to 3 segments of the trail that we believe are must-do section hikes. So probably can answer this in kind of what are some of our favorite sections that we think you must hike. I would say if you're only doing like some sections, not trying to section hike the AT, but just want to do some key points of the AT, I would say for me, I would recommend the Triple Crown in Virginia.
Yes.
It's iconic. It's challenging. It has a lot of different elements of both rocks and steep climbs and great vistas, and it's accessible. And so, and it's a good you can do that in about a 30-mile stretch of trail that you can hit the whole Triple Crown and on and off. Could be a long weekend, could be a crazy 2-day hike, could be a single day if you wanted to be nuts about it.
Do it in a day.
So it gives you options there. So Triple Crown, I'd say one. The Roan Highlands in Tennessee, I think, are a great spot to go hit. And then for me, I'd say you got to get in the whites. It doesn't matter, I think, where in the whites you hit, but whether like Moosilauke or Franconia Ridge, even up to Washington, there's a lot of stretches in there that are beautiful and great to hit.
They're also beautiful. Yeah.
And then if you really just wanted a fun little challenge, I would say try to go do the Mahoosic Notch. I think that's a fun, wild thing. And then Katahdin. But I would say if you're going to try to hike the thing, save Katahdin because it's such an iconic ending to do.
Will we do a gear review? Yes.
Yeah, we will do a video at some point talking through our gear. And to answer another question we actually got was, did we trash our old gear? And the answer is most of my gear got trashed at the end.
Yeah. His pack.
My pack was falling apart at
For
the
right
hip belt.
now, I'm hanging on to my pack.
She's keeping her pack. My air mattress, the valve was busting at the end, so I slept on a mostly flat air mattress at the very
For
end.
right now, I'm keeping my mattress.
But yeah, we will
have our
review.
sleeping
We'll talk through
bags.
gear and how
Threw
well it
away
did.
some clothes and stuff like that.
But yeah, overall, a lot of that gear ended up getting trashed. A lot of my clothing, because of how I had to modify my clothes at the end to avoid rashes and stuff, were trashed. I just chunked most of it. So, but yeah, we will do a gear review.
Someone asked, how did we join up with Mustard Seed? We did share this in some videos, but we met her early on, about mile 300 or something, and then kind of crossed paths along the way on and off. So then as we got close to just before Vermont, we knew that we were approaching the whites. It was getting tough. It was getting close to the end. So
Thumbs Up had her phone number. So
we had her number, and she was still at the same pace as us. She started 2 days behind us. She was at that point still about 2 days behind us.
Yeah.
So we thought, we'll probably hike well. So we asked if she wanted to join us, and we're glad she said yes.
Yeah, she
And
did
we all
75 miles.
Had a blast.
75 miles in 3 days to catch up to us. We did a half day into Williamstown, Mass, and she did 75 miles in those 3 days to catch up so that we could go into Vermont together. I did see where she's from. Mustard Seed is from Alabama. Florence, Alabama.
Where she's today. She's home.
Yeah, she just got home today.
Welcome home, Mustard.
Yep.
Okay.
How do your bodies feel right now?
Yeah.
Sweets has had, since we've been back, Sweets has had a massage.
Yep, full body massage.
And
foot reflexology.
She been to the chiropractor already.
Yep, full adjustment.
Full adjustment. And she went and got a pedicure.
Yep.
And
I'm feeling
I've
good.
been editing video for the past 2 days
Thank
while
you, babe.
she going. And,
Thank you, baby.
but overall, our bodies feel good. We're still don't have the feeling in our toes and feet just yet fully back.
My feet. So I didn't lose feeling like a lot of other people. I have pain.
Pain and
my
swelling.
Feet,
yeah.
So they were like really, really swollen and puffy. So that's gone down already.
Yeah.
Almost
you
completely.
See the veins in her feet
I
again.
actually have, but they still hurt, like just kind of everywhere on my feet, like tender, like the bones hurt and the skin hurts and all that. But great. Other than that, feel pretty good.
Yeah, and the plan was
sore.
to start doing some walking today, just getting back out and walking. But Fresh Ground called and he told us, take a few days off, let your bodies just relax and rest, and then get back to being busy.
Yeah.
Move the body again. So we took a few days off and have just kind of relaxed. Are you sad, happy? It's such a mixed bag of emotion.
Yeah.
I would say overall thrilled that we're able to check off this goal and that we accomplished this
like
big journey.
Excitement and relief.
And the relief of it, of just the weight lifted and all that is so much joy.
Gratitude for the accomplishment, like those kind of feelings.
That we were able to get through this thing and we met so many great people.
Yeah.
So overwhelmed on that side of it.
Yeah.
I would say where the sadness, if you will, it's not even sad. It's just like we're going to miss it.
Yeah.
Like being on trail with our friends out there and sharing that same goal and dream with so many people and watching everybody accomplish it and knowing that like we'll stay connected through social media, but all those people are starting to scatter. Yeah. And so we still have some that we know that are coming up, and they're still hitting their in Maine and working toward Katahdin. But so that side of it's like it's not sad. It's just we're gonna miss that. Like but we'll be moving on to other adventures in life. But just we'll miss that fun thing we got to experience.
We're not back in the full swing of reality just yet. So it may be kind of weird, and with weird maybe sad.
Yeah, and I think the other element of like what we're feeling is we've had a daily connection with you guys, where like you're sharing in the journey and commenting and able to interact, and the in and out daily conversations with you guys is something we'll miss. We try to be real intentional to have the interaction through comments and stuff, and you guys have been such a huge part of our just daily encouragement and support base.
Yep.
To like, and we have a great support base at home and with friends and family, but like having so many, I mean, hundreds if not thousands of people who've been praying for us and been encouraging to us, we're definitely going to miss that. And
a lot have said that it's part of my morning coffee and thumbs up and sweets and Oats Adventures and start my day. So many have said that. That's so cool because that's fun. We've been enjoying that too.
Hike we missed. So our elements that we've missed primarily have been the Bigelows. Like that's the section of trail we missed because of my injury. And if you don't know what happened, we were hiking and there's like this. It was like a ditch almost that we were walking up, and a root was sticking out, and it looked like a broom handle. I didn't see it. I jammed right above my knee in where the quad muscles come together there. Hit right in there, so lost a lot of the strength and power to step up. Didn't feel like I was going to make it up and over the Bigelows without like having some other injury potential.
The level of like pain and lack of movement, even couldn't just bend his leg.
Yeah, couldn't lift it.
Kind of scary that will this take him off trail.
Right. So we were very worried that it was going to be a trail ending situation. So it's like let's at least try to see if we can do something and not bring this whole thing to a halt. And so the first few days of that was a test. Is this even going to continue to happen on trail?
So to make the Bigelows
the first thing out on that
thing, and we were trying to logistically figure out, well, can we jump ahead and then come back and all that?
And the problem became we'd already worked out logistics of our finishing time and dates and booking planes and things like that. And we really wanted to finish with Mustard Seed. And if you've hiked the trail, you know this. The trail itself becomes secondary to really the trail becomes about people. And so for us, it's like we want to finish with Mustard Seed, and we didn't. If this took us out for a few days, we didn't want it to hinder even that. We wanted to be able to try to finish, and so we thought the best thing to do was to press forward in the easier section of trail there, and figure that out.
One section.
But the plan is like you have a full year to hike the trail in order for it to be considered a through hike, and so going back to try to get that is my plan, and I'm working out trying to figure out how to do that. And then officially, someone asked, does it classify as a through hike? Through the ATC, what they classify is if you give your best attempt, based off of I don't remember the wording. It's on the ATC when you go to apply. It's based off of safety and circumstances. Did you give your best effort to accomplish that? So even for Sweets, I'd say it still classifies. I mean, like she came off because of my situation. So I like from they classify it as one, and so I don't think hers is diminished because of that 16-mile stretch if she doesn't go back and get that. So
someone asked, will we through hike the AT again? No. We'll do other adventures.
No, yeah, I think the AT is more than likely, unless there'd have to be a pretty wild situation that would have us do the AT again. And I don't foresee that being something we would do. It's definitely not. Sweets is done with that for sure. Toughest favorite section of trail, I would say favorite section for me was Franconia Ridge, because it was a long day, hard day, beautiful day, and I liked all those elements. Toughest for us, I wouldn't say this is typical, but because of our circumstances on Mount Washington, that stretch from Mount Washington to Mount Madison was the toughest stretch for us.
Yeah.
Not because of the terrain, but because of the weather. Those circumstances made that the hardest thing I think I've ever done. So,
and I would say, I mean, there was, I don't know if it was the Baldpates or, Smart or something. I had a hard time on those because of the elements around it. Like, I think Baldpate, we had, didn't we have rain clouds?
A little bit of wind.
And it was real steep
and slick
and
windy
on
those rocks.
The effort was tough and the elements were tough.
And then, before.
And then Smart Mountain, it was like.
Smart Mountain was
like 400% humidity.
Before Moosalot, before you're entering into the whites. Yeah, that Smart and Cube.
I felt like it should not have been that tough, but it just took everything we had to climb that. But it was a really cool reward at the end. We had a view and all that kind of good stuff.
I just want to ask about other long trails. We'll talk about some of that here in just a little bit when we talk about what's next for us. What else we got? Other things I'm thinking.
Tyler, who's 10 years old.
What's up, Tyler?
Asked, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard was the trail?
Scale of 1 to 10. 10 being that it's
different definitions of hard.
Insanely hard, and 1 being that it's insanely easy. I would say that the trail. I'll do it this way. From Georgia.
Okay, yeah.
To the New Hampshire border, I'm gonna say the trail on difficulty is probably a 6.
I would agree. I would say 5 or 6
because it's primarily walkable. Mm-hmm. Now the AT is very tough on the ups and downs.
We didn't know that walkable was a point of measure until we got to New Hampshire.
Yeah, New Hampshire and Maine. There's a lot of stretches that are not walkable; they're climbable. You're climbing stuff. So when you factor the whole trail in, I'm going to say on a scale of 1 to 10, the whole trail is probably a 7.6 overall on its fair. Total, how hard it is. But I've watched videos of kids your age who've hiked it, so it's definitely doable. But it is hard, and I would say more than physically hard, it's mentally hard.
Yeah.
And the elements of hiking on the East Coast are that you have every bit of the different types of weather, a lot of bugs, and we were fortunate. We didn't have a lot of rain, but there's a lot of weather elements that come into play.
And mud and fording
heat.
Water and
you just get a lot of heat.
You.
Yeah, and it takes a lot out of you when you're in that tunnel. There's no breeze. So with those elements, all that factored in, yeah, I'd say 7.6.
What was our longest stretch without a shower? I think it was 9 days.
9 days. Yeah. We did 9.
It smelled ripe.
Or was it 8 days no shower, 9 days no washing clothes?
That might be right.
I think that's right. 8 days no shower, 9 days without washing clothes that's our longest stank fest that we had.
It was puke.
And our second longest was we just did through the wilderness, and that was like 6 days, I guess, of no shower.
With the summer heat.
Yeah, when it was hot and gross. And when when Mustard Seed's dad, he picked us up. And luckily he was in a rental car. That rental car, he may not get his deposit back on that thing from the smell of us being in there, because it was pretty gross.
Yeah. We had a question, how did we train physically on the trail?
So in preparation, we focused a lot on like strength, and then like
being on our feet.
Yeah.
We just wanted to get on our feet.
So we
tried to, if we could do trail, if we can have a heavy pack, we did that as much as we could.
We didn't focus a lot on like our conditioning, which if I had to go back, I think that'd been something to focus on, but more of like, I knew that we would get there with our conditioning, and that we would know how to push ourselves to within reason to get in the conditioning shape we need to be in.
We might have practiced climbing on buses more.
Yeah. We didn't need our upper body strength until deep into the trail. But
yeah.
So training wise, like I would advise like strength of muscles, mobility of like joints, like your knees and ankles and stuff.
Yeah.
And because that's what was tiring, and time on feet.
That got me at the beginning.
Yeah.
Was just like I had my feet, all the tendons around my feet were just worn.
Yeah.
So yeah, stretching those beforehand, getting them like prepared for all the movement.
Yeah.
Would have been good. Okay, one more. I think there's just one more question. Maybe we'll move on. When are you gonna shave your beard?
That question was not asked in the comments. I do not believe. I see
Yeah.
you wrote that on this piece of paper.
Several people
but
want to know.
I've not seen
when
that
is
anywhere.
This thing
I
gonna go?
haven't felt that anywhere go through the comments.
I mean, I see some shears. We can do it right now.
I don't know that it's. I think this. We got to let this go. What do you guys think? You think I ought to keep the beard? I mean, it's a little out of control today, but
it's got to go.
I think we got to maybe do a poll at some point on the channel and just see.
Every day.
I think people have stuck around for the beard, right? That's what you're here for, is for the beard.
Oh, Sue.
Nope. I need to keep it, or nope, I need to get rid of it. We need some clarity here, because Sweets will try to twist your words to say I need to shave this thing. So
keep it.
There you go. I'll do the Bigelows in 6 years.
Oh, your mother-in-law said you need to trim it. You better listen to your mother-in-law. Oh, yes, you should listen to your wife.
Yeah.
Sweets. Oh.
My niece is saying it's got to go before her wedding. I'm preaching her wedding, and she's saying it needs to go before then. Well, you can talk to my sister about that. I didn't shave it for her wedding either.
Before
So
April 17th or before the 16th, because that's probably going to be pictures. Okay.
All right. Well, let's jump in to the next phase. Probably something you've all been curious about.
What's next?
Oh, real fast. Before we do that, Josiah, I think I see something here.
Oh.
It disappeared on my screen.
Josiah wants to know, what was the coolest animal
we saw.
What would you say?
I'm going to say it's the bear we saw. I think that was the coolest.
That was super cool.
Because he didn't see us at first, and he was just doing his thing.
He's just like eating
hanging
and stuff,
out,
sniffing
and then
around, getting a drink.
He picks up our scent and turns and looks at all three of us individually, makes eye contact, and then took off running.
And then we took a few steps and then tented right there.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
that or the porcupine we saw climbing a tree. That was kind of neat.
He was cool. He might have been rabid, but that's okay. Did he get rabid?
I don't know.
He didn't look right.
He didn't look right. He looked like he'd been through some stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's talk about what's next for Coates Adventures. I think this is probably what a lot of you have been asking, questions that have popped up along the way. Some as early on as halfway you were asking what's next. So
we got some things in the works.
Yeah. A couple of projects. I'm going to start with that one. First thing, a couple of projects that are in the works for us. So why don't you talk about our first project here that we're working on?
Coming in the fall, we do plan to release a documentary compilation, like a story of our journey. It would be about an hour and a half, 90-ish minutes.
Yeah.
So kind of put everything together, all the 139 plus days.
A full story, 90 minutes long-ish, 90-ish minutes, that just captures the whole journey.
Yeah.
Of start to finish. And just a fun documentary is not the right word, because it's not really a doc. And it'll be more than a compilation. It won't just be a highlight film. So it's going to have elements of both to it. Hopefully something kind of creative, the full story of our journey on the Appalachian Trail for 2026, and so that'll be coming this fall. Don't know exactly when. My tentative goal, I'll share with you guys, just to hold feet to the fire here, is I would like to have that done before they close Katahdin. So they usually close Katahdin down sometime mid-October. And so that's kind of what we're shooting for, somewhere in that range. So that's a ish time frame right now. It'll be
a motivation.
Yeah. Or a little motivation for us to get that out sometime this fall. The next thing working on is a couple of, as many of you know, I'm an author, and primarily I've done children's books, but I've also done some entrepreneurship books as well. And so one of the things we're going to put together, we get asked a lot about from the financial standpoint, how do you do this? How do you make this happen? We got asked that a lot on trail. Like, what does that look like? And just from a lot of people our age, section hiking, how do you do it? So, but we've been doing adventure stuff for a long time. And so, how do you fund doing the adventure lifestyle? And so we're going to come from a lot of different perspectives on that, but put together just kind of a resource to help people figure that out in their own journey, and be a kind of a framework for those who not just want to hike the AT, but to do adventures. And so that's a project.
Make your dreams come true.
Yeah, I've been working on. And then as an author, I've been asked on a weekly basis, like, am I writing a book about the AT based off this experience, whether a children's book or a book for adults? Am I going to write a book about our experiences on the AT? And I have so many different things just swirling around in my head. Both the Mustard Seed and Sweets say their minds shut down, and mine has just been increasingly spinning as we've been hiking. So I spent a lot of time just thinking and processing those thoughts. And so I have several things that are kind of churning, but not ready to pull a trigger on what that direction is just yet, but know that there'll probably be something in the future. But in the meantime, I have 2 or 3 projects that I delayed to hike the trail, publishing books wise. I have 2 or 3 books that I need to finish them out in the publishing process in order to get those off of my plate before I take on a different book project. So just in the 6-pack, so you can spread the word, Sally Ann, to your youngest 2, that I'll have that book, the second book in that series, done hopefully sometime before the end of the year, if not the first of the year. That we'll have the second book in the Annabelle Cass series coming out. And then I'm kicking around the idea of what a podcast might look like. I've had a couple different podcasts over the years, and seeing is there something in that space that we might want to look at, but maybe not right away, but just something that's kind of another thing that's been stirring in the past few months of processing all this. So,
and then what other adventures? What other trips do we have in the works?
Yeah, so started out, those are the projects that are in the works, but probably what you're really more interested in are what are the trips or adventures or hikes that are in the works. So first of all, there'll be something we do probably over Labor Day weekend, kind of a surprise something. That's usually a weekend we do an adventure trip on over the years. So we still got to figure that out, but there'll probably be something coming Labor Day weekend that we'll try to do an adventure on, that will take you along with us for that fun adventure.
And then at the beginning of 2027, likely January, we are going to New Zealand.
Heading to New Zealand.
Yes, we're excited about that.
This has been something we've been wanting to do for 16 years now.
Yes.
Go ahead.
My sister lives there.
Yeah.
Her and her husband and her 2 kids. So that's a huge draw to go visit them. And then there's amazing hiking and other adventures that we plan to do while we're there. So that'll be a lot of fun.
So you would join us on our New Zealand adventure with some incredible hiking and fun stuff for that. And that'll be coming in the first of 2027 in New Zealand. So for those of you who want to continue following along some of the fun Coates adventures, in the fall we'll be taking some kind of trip, and then New Zealand start of next year. And next year, our plan right now, if we can make it work out logistically, depending on a lot of life will happen between now and then, our plan is to be at Trail Days next year in May. So if you're a Trail Days person, you head to Trail Days every year. That's our plan, is to do that. And then the question, though, that most people want to know about is there another thru hike in our future? And the answer right now is maybe. If it were up to me, just me, I would be full out on Triple Crown. But my hiking partner here doesn't really have any interest in doing another major thru hike. So we're looking at what are some options of like some of the smaller, the Colorado Trail, the Arizona Trail, maybe the John Muir Trail, those type of thru hikes. But I'm not ruling out for Thumbs Up on whether or not the Triple Crown might be something that's in play with the PCT and the CDT.
I could crew.
Yeah, there's a lot of life between now and that happening to figure out and sort out, but
we're not closing doors on
it's not off the table, that's for sure. So for us, that's definitely I love both of those areas, and so it's a strong possibility that something like that might be coming in the future. But it won't be happening next summer because my niece is getting married in April, and so logistically, we're not going to commit anything to next year. So it would be a couple years out if we tried anything, like another one of those big, long, 2,000 plus mile type through hikes. But, it's a possibility. All right. And then finally, I want to share with you first, many of you have been so kind to us over the past 130 something days now. It'll be 139 when this is all said and done, of our journey of following along and encouraging. And we've heard from so many of you, what am I going to do without thumbs up and sweets every day? So here's what we're doing. Here's what we've done is we have been filming. We've continued to film since being off trail. So a lot of channels stop at summit, and your final moment with vloggers when hiking is it ends at the summit, and that's your last moment with them. And we kept on filming. Yeah. So we're going to give you is some bonus days to wean off of us a little bit. And so over the week after the trail, you'll have several days.
Or transition back into civilization.
Transition back to civilization with thumbs up and sweets. So you'll have us for a few extra days, bonus days, post-trail, to just see what it's looked like for us in our journey of bringing life to, or us ramming back into life. Yeah. And we're not even fully transitioned back into life because we are up here with the Sweets' family, but you'll get to see just a little taste of what's happened as some bonus days at the end for us. So that's why I kind of hinted at it earlier when I said day 140, because day 140, there's some content that you're going to get. So we don't know how many days that's going to be just yet, but you'll at least have 3 to 5 days post-trail. And if you've watched us along the way because Sweets does such a killer job of capturing the trail, this probably isn't the content for you. But if you're like, how am I going to make my day without thumbs up and sweets? Then this will probably be for you. Yeah. So if you want to hang out with us just for a few more days,
come hang out with us.
Come hang out with us and sip your coffee. They won't be 30-minute long videos. No. It's probably more in the 5 to 10 minute range of just kind of some things that are happening, transitioning us back into real life. So you'll get that little fun bonus content there at the end of our journey together.
Thank you.
So, and then finally, we just want to say thanks.
Yes.
You guys have made this journey so incredible.
Yeah.
Things that we never would have expected. Yeah. We started out on this to capture video. Most people say they started out just to show friends and family. That was one of our elements, but we also wanted to be an encouragement to other hikers, not just friends and family, but to the hiking community, to be an encouragement, a light, just
inspire people to do something.
Yeah, to get off the couch and chase your dreams and have fun and
even
go on an
to
adventure.
Enjoy it vicariously through us.
Yeah,
if you can't physically or logistically for whatever reason, just have something to beautiful to see.
Because not everybody
get to see it.
Not everybody can physically travel the world and see the parts of the world that we've been able to see in the past 4.5 months, and we wanted to capture that in a way that you could come with us on this journey. Some of you maybe you can't physically do it, and we wanted to be able to provide that for you.
And we wanted to be positive and inspiring and clean
content, and
the feedback we've gotten from doing that has just been very encouraging.
It really pushed us on, it shifted from you guys being followers to you guys being family, and so many of you have been super encouraging beyond just trail encouragement.
Yeah,
you've really stepped in and offered us like kind words that helped us push through on hard days, and personal things that you've said to encourage us and motivate us, and
tips and
and
learning new things.
And the way that some of you have stepped up and like really helped us out in ways, not just with the encouragement, but even like the small things like, hey, the next resupply's on me. or you covered a hotel room and said, hey, just stay an extra night. And those kind of things have meant the world to us, and it became game changers in difficult times. And we were trying to figure out, okay, what are we going to do here? And it just to have that support system that stood with us was huge. And so thank you for that. That really meant a lot to us. We hope we've been able to be an encouraging part of your day, but just know that we felt it back. And I know many of you weren't in the comments, and that's okay. Many of you, like a bunch of you were in the comments and like we were able to interact with, but many of you have watched us and are watching us right now, and you watch on your television. So the comments are very difficult to do, but just know that we felt the prayers and the encouragement from the likes and the views, because our views they were consistent and then continued to consistently grow over time. So we know that there was so many of you that were consistently with us the whole way. And so thank you for that. It was a huge, huge blessing to us. And there are days where like, I don't know if we'd have made it through this whole journey without having you guys to daily give us a daily mission of, we want to capture this for you. So it really helped us big time. To have a daily mission while we were trying to accomplish this big dream along the way. So thank you for all that you've done. And then for those of you who provided just the phone call or the email and said, hey, we want to provide support to you in these areas, the slack packing, the meals, the hotel and hostel, all that stuff made such a big difference. And we, from the bottom of our hearts, we cannot thank you enough, because this dream became a reality thanks to you. And so we appreciate it so very much. And we're gonna miss you. We're gonna miss the time we've spent sharing on this journey. But we hope that in the years to come, you continue with us on our adventures and our journey. It's who we are. We love to go on adventures, and we've got some fun things we'll be doing over the years. And we'd love for you to join us over the years as we try to capture those journeys, and maybe a through hike or two coming up.
We'll see. Never say never.
Never say never. So the biggest thing you can do for me is try to talk this one into saying.
And this one into shaving his beard.
If I shave the beard, you wanna go hike the CDT with me? Keep the beard, huh?
No.
Oh, but from the bottom of our hearts, we do mean it. Thank you so much. And look forward to you guys being able to see the last few days of our journey on the Appalachian Trail.
Georgia to Maine.
It's you got a few more fun days of us in the wilderness, and then wrapping this thing up at Big Mama, as I've been calling her. And thank you. We appreciate it. Thanks for joining us tonight on this live stream.
It's been fun.
If we miss questions, we'll try to go back and answer those for you. Feel free to drop them in the comments. We'll be heavily involved in the comments in these last few days. And we hope that in the days to come, if we didn't get to meet you on trail somewhere, that maybe next year at Trail Days or somewhere out in the wild, we'll be able to bump into you. If you see us, just give a thumbs up and sweets. And we'd love to meet you and interact. So thanks for joining us tonight. Hope you have a wonderful night, and we'll see you out there on trail somewhere. And hopefully in the next few days, you get to enjoy us with our final few days on the Appalachian Trail. And till next time,